2 people, 1 driveway and a YouTuber's degree in DIY. With the best kit from Poppin' Rovers, we finally took our Land Rover Defender camper to the next level. In this video, we're showing you how we transformed it with a brand new pop top installed right here on the driveway. It's a whole new chapter for our build and we're excited to take you along for the ride. Before we could get started on the pop-top installation, we had a bit of prep to do. We cleared everything off the roof rack, disconnecting all the wiring and pulled out some of the temporary panels. We needed a clear roof rack to go and collect the kits. Getting this done early meant that as soon as the pop-top arrived, we could hit the ground running. As soon as the pop-top was ready, we hit the road and headed to Shropshire to pick up the kit. It was finally time to get our hands on the parts that would take our Defender camper to the next level. So we are back home from our road trip over to Shropshire to pick up our pop-top from Poppin' Rovers. Made it there all in a day, which is from Yorkshire to Wales. A 5 AM start this morning, so we're pretty knackered, but we are trying to get this pop-top done as quick as possible with 2 people on our driveway. So we've made it back home. As you can see behind me, it's installed, it's well ratcheted down. No, you took the ratchets off now. It's on our roof, so we just need to take that off. But down here, we've got all the bits. And to be honest, there's not really a lot to it, but this is everything to get the pop-top installed on our Land Rover, which is super exciting. It's currently a Friday late afternoon, and we're gonna make a start on it this evening and then try and bash it out over the weekend and see how we're getting on. So all that's left to do is get changed into some workwear and then we can make a start on getting our pop-top installed. Should we go?
Let's go. We are now ready to get popping. In principle, what will happen is you've got 2 pieces here, the bottom and the top. The bottom attaches to the Land Rover and the top attaches to the roof, and then it essentially just hinges at that end. Voila.
Simple as that. Our first job was to paint the new frames, and while we were at it, we sprayed down the awning brackets too. The weather was on our side, so we decided to get it all done so it could harden overnight and we could jump straight onto the build in the morning. We went with the spray can method, however you could powder coat, Raptor coat or whatever you fancy, but for us this was the most effective solution. Ideally, you drill all your holes before painting, but with the weather and our timescales, this wasn't an option. So we lightly sanded everything, cleaned it down, primed it, and finished it off in matte black. In between coats of paint, we took the roof rack off and started removing more of the interior. This made the pop-top install a little bit easier and give us a little bit more space to work with.
I'm just gonna start taking all these cables out. So these are for our solar, lighting, our wolf box, all things like that. So I'm just going to take these completely out and then we'll kind of rewire it when the pop-top's all in and done.
With the painting done and the landy prepped, it was time to call it a day and let everything harden overnight before we got stuck into the install the following morning. Okay, sorry, it is quite early morning. It's technically day 2 on the pop-top, but we only spent a few hours on it yesterday. This morning we've been trawling the instructions and we are ready to get going. So first job of today is something that we probably should have done yesterday, but we didn't, so we're doing it first thing this morning. So we get this roof info piece, just taking a bit of plastic off now, and we need to get that sanded, primed and painted up. Then we need to fit that onto one of the, well, it's the top piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, onto the top roof piece. So that is kind of first thing this morning, just so we can get it painted and dry. And then we're going to get everything out and get set up ready for the day.
Yeah.
So whilst we are spraying up that insert panel that I showed you earlier, it's time to take the roof off. So we did most of the work yesterday, unbolting everything, so it should be pretty easy this morning. So roof's off.
That feels so strange. You ready to be able to stand up?
Oh my god. Okay, so
Hi.
what are you doing?
Chopping.
Cooking up some grub? Chopping because you're popping? Whoa! Right, obviously roof is now off. We just took the seal stickiness off, which all looks pretty good. So what's next? Oh, we'll
clean up the roof. We'll give this a wipe down.
Yeah.
We'll clean up the roof.
Yeah.
And then I need to repaint, get some more paint on that front.
Yeah.
Attach that to the frame, and then get the frame attached to the roof.
Yeah! Okay, so we've now just flipped the roof over. A couple of things to do on here. We just need to pry these like door seals off, that side and that side. Just get all the nuts and bolts that are loose in there. Remove that piece of wood, and then just clean up around here as best as possible. So we're just going to get that cleaned up now, and then we can move on to the next bit. So something to note is obviously we take these two door seals off, but leave this back one on. Okay, so this bit of wood is going to be our bed base in our pop top, and we're going to crack on with this now while we're waiting for that little piece to dry, because it's a good use of time. So for this, we're going to do a similar thing to what we did in the camper previously. We're going to drill some holes for lighting, and we're going to pop some bungee in as well, because we like that kind of additional storage and that look. So we're going to get on with that now, and then that can be put aside ready for later on in this process. Okay, so little update. We started on the bungee. It's all varnished now, well, stained. This bit is going to be carpeted where the cab is, so we can put our badges and bits on there. The bungee's nearly done. We're just getting the bungee finished off now. We're going to leave the carpeting, and then we're going to put this to the side because that piece is now cured, so then we can start on the roof. And yeah, so bungee is nearly done. If you want to see how we do the bungee, then I will link the video where we kind of go into a bit more detail about it. Yeah, so it's getting there. So we're just popping the lights in now. We've repurposed some. We've chosen 3 because it's a slightly smaller space, and to be fair, they are really bright and we always dim them down. So yeah, repurposed lights going in now. Okay, so we've brought the frame round now. This is the frame that fits to the roof, so this is the one we're focusing on now. It's important to check that you get it the right way around, so the shortest bit towards where your
What's up?
huh?
What's up?
Yeah, like the shortest bit to the cutout is the front. It goes towards the front. So we've just flipped it up. We're going to flip it upside down, fit the bit that we just sprayed up, then we can start marking out and drilling where all the rivets and holes are going to go. So we're just installing this bit now. We've marked it up, measured it up, we've clamped it in place. So we're just going to pop a couple of rivets in now as kind of shown on the pictures in the pop-in manual. And then that should be good. Oh yeah, we're just marking up the rivets. Yeah, we're just marking up the rivets. Then we're going to pop a bead of CT1 all the way along, and then we can rivet it all together. Alright, so while that little bit is just kind of going up a little bit more, we're going to get this carpeted. So the carpeting is going to sit under the mattress, so you're not going to see it anyway on this bit, but it just finishes it off and stops the wood kind of sweating and
it should stop your mattress from sweating and condensating.
We've gone for this graphite colour that we've kind of done in the rest of the build. Yeah.
So next up, we're going to flip this frame over, get it lined up, and then drill all the holes. A little bit of a problem with Defender roofs, and that when they're laid out like this, they tend to like sag. So we have to ratchet strap it to pull it back in, but you'll see us do that in a minute. That way. So then that drops it, that's it, up onto me, yeah. How's that look on your end? Is it?
I don't know what I'm supposed to line it up with, to be fair.
Oh, that looks spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have that little bit of overhang, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just see where it's sagging at the side.
So it's quite forward at the front.
Sweet.
But there we go. Yeah. That's it, isn't it? So we've ratchet strapped it up just to take a bit of slack off the roof, and I'm going to use a measure, make sure it's aligned and square, and then we'll start clamping it down. Yeah.
Okay, so we are now all ratcheted up. We had to go with the big guns because the front was particularly saggy, but with lots of measuring and lining up, we think we have got it nice and lined up. The new front bit is in the seal, so that looks pretty good. So last couple of checks and then I think we're all pretty square. So what's next? Is it marking up
Marking up all the holes.
Marking up all the drill holes for the rivets around the edge. So we're going to get on with that now. So Brandon's found a wax pencil. So he's going to go around and mark the holes with that. I'm going to flip this carpeting over and get the other side done.
So over here, Chloe's just finishing up the bed frame.
I'm on the last little bit and I'm finding if you solder it, it kind of sticks the pieces together as well. So I'm hoping it's a little bit more...
We're a nice neat finish on the edges. The soldering iron.
Done! Should we flip it over and see what it looks like?
Yeah. And then over here, I've enlarged all the holes on the roof just to make things a little bit easier. And then the frame is completely riv-nutted. So all we're going to do now is test fit the frame onto the roof, check everything bolts up, and then we're good to bond it.
Okay, so this is now pretty much all done. We've got some trim pieces that we're going to pop on at the edge to finish it, and then across here as well, so we've got a nice seam. But the carpeting and all the work done on this is done. So moving on from that, over here we've now test fitted all the bolts around the frame, and it fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so that's all good. So what's next?
Gonna take all the bolts back out, which I'm just doing now, and then we're gonna CT1 the frame and permanently fix it all together.
Yeah, so you get this bit of perspex, which is to fill this hole here, and it says to kind of mark it so you know how to cut it. We're marking it now, but we also might do a cardboard template just to double check it as well, but it's marked if we need it.
Yeah, there's not a lot to go wrong with it. It's only a couple of corners you're cutting, so.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm just going to do, we're about to put the CT1 on. I'm just going to mark up where these straps are. And then I won't put any CT1 in that area. So then what we can do is we can put it on, bolt it all up roughly, remove the straps, put CT1 in the area we've missed, and then tighten everything up. And then that means the straps won't get absolutely covered in CT1.
I bet that they will get.
I bet they will, but we can try.
So we began by flipping the frame over and then putting a bead of CT1 all the way around the edge. It doesn't look like you've left where your straps are.
No, I didn't.
Who told you? We'd end up
What did you do? Did you wait until I've done it?
No, I didn't. I always realised.
Wait until I've done it and then go. Oh.
Right, ready? And I assure you that Brandon will also get covered in CT1.
Alright, line yours up with the window.
Once lined up, we started putting in all the bolts for the final time before getting them tightened up and removing the straps. We then got the base frame of the sandwich piece and put it on the roof, checking it all aligned and getting it clamped down before marking up all the holes. Then we took this off again and started to drill all the holes before putting it back on for good. Once all the holes were drilled and we had the roof aligned on the top, it was time to pop some CT1 around the edge and then get it all bolted down for good.
So we've just finished bolting all the roof to the body, or the frame to the body. So now the next step is to look at getting the hinge installed. Now the hinge comes in two parts, a top and a bottom piece. That one's the bottom, as per the instructions, but you probably want to check yourself. And that one's the top piece that goes on the roof. Now, these are fitted with 25 rivets in each one, but the instructions say to drill a hole in each side in the middle and put a 3.5mm self-tapper in it just to hold it. Get all the rivets drilled, take the self-tappers out, and then what? Then fit all the rivets. So first thing I'm going to do is fit the lower hinge to the vehicle.
Sweet. It's looking pretty good. It's nice that that bit's now all on and down. So this is what we're currently looking like. So once the base of the hinge was installed securely with a couple of self-tappers, Brandon got to drill in the rest of the holes for the pop rivets. After a little bit of a cleanup, we got to applying a bead of CT1 across the top, and then we popped the base of, well, the bottom bit of the hinge down before starting to secure it down with the pop rivets.
So we've just had the wondrous joys of the British weather. It has started to rain, and to top it off, the rivet gun that we're putting the hinge on with has just given up. So Chloe's gone on an emergency run out to Tool Station to fetch a new one, and while she's doing that I'm going to get this hinge drilled, ready to attach and rivet once we've got the rivet gun. Bloody fantastic. So just finished that. That's all drilled out. 25 times, ready for 25 rivets when Chloe gets back with the gun. Saviour has returned. Thank God. Are we ready to try again?
Yeah, before the rain comes.
Stressful. Chloe came back with a new tool. I used it the first time and the handle snapped off it. So she's got to take that back and hopefully see if they've got something else. But at this rate, I kind of wish I bought the 300 quid Milwaukee. So, absolute nightmare. My tarp still isn't here. The sky keeps getting greyer and greyer. We'll see. So the kit comes with this double-sided taped seal. And all this does is go on here, all the way around. So I'm going to install that now, just while I'm waiting for Chloe. It's just good use of time. That's the seal all installed. I'm going to try and get some stuff away because it started raining quite heavily. Hopefully Chloe will be back soon and we'll be able to put it all together.
When the rain came in yesterday, it did not stop, so we tarped up the landing and called it a day. By the next morning, the sky was clear, the sun was shining, and we were ready to get back at it. A new electric rivet gun was already on its way from Amazon since I hadn't managed to pick one up in store anywhere. Thankfully yesterday when it started raining, we got the roof on. We then put the tarp over the top to kind of seal it off, and then we whacked the diesel heater on to kind of make sure everything was dried out. So we're not too bad.
So we are back, day 3.
Day 3.
We had a couple of issues yesterday with the weather and a tool breakage, which kind of down tools a bit early.
Yeah, it got to about 3 o'clock,
yeah.
and the rain started coming in. We was just getting all the riv nuts in up here, ready to kind of get the roof back on and all that, and the riv nut gun broke. So I went to get a new one, didn't I?
I went to get a new one. Rain was coming in.
Yeah, I brought it back. It broke
straight away. So then you went to take that back.
And then when I was at
get a new one.
Yeah, when I was at the tool station, it started hammering it down. Brandon was left back. But yeah, he managed to tarp up, so that's fine. Yeah, so we ordered a new riv nut gun, a more expensive, better quality one.
A battery one, but not the Milwaukee one.
Yeah. Off Amazon. It's due by 1 o'clock today, so we're hoping it comes earlier so we can get cracking. So last night we literally just left everything. We got the roof back on, we tarped everything up, left it overnight. We popped the diesel heater on for a little bit just to dry out anything that got wet. Yeah. And this morning looks pretty good, so we'll just talk you through what we've got going on.
So just to catch up where we kind of left it, do you want to climb up or go around?
I'll go around.
So down here on each side we've got the riv nuts installed. These are for the gas struts that connect to the roof.
Yep.
Like this way. And then up here we've got all the pop rivets ready to be popped. A couple of them have gone. I've managed to just get them to go, but hopefully that's just a case of putting the gun on them and pulling them through.
Yeah.
So then that'll be that front hinge all installed. Now I'll show you where we're at on the roof.
Yeah, we had a couple of so just to try and get ahead and beat the rain, Brandy put these seals, spongy seals on.
Apparently I didn't beat the rain and some of them had water on them.
It's not too bad.
Moved a bit, but it has stripped the paint all along here.
Yeah, it stripped the paint at the back.
Need to touch that up.
That's easy though, we can touch that up.
It is what it is.
The good thing is though, these seals completely moved and we managed to pick it up and just re-stick them down. So it's like, it's
really
obviously really good stuff. Yeah.
Stuff.
But yeah, so they're all on now, they're fine.
All the seals are on. And then I managed to get the front hinge all lined up, and a couple of, well, I think they're just in place. Yeah, none of them are pulled.
Yeah.
So they're all ready to be popped. We did make a bit of a mess with the CT one. That was all your hands, that. So we just need to clean all that up.
Yeah, that'll clean up easy. We'll get that cleaned up this morning.
So while we're waiting for Amazon to hurry up and pop along, we're going to try and move forward the instructions and crack on with some of the easy jobs we think we can do.
Yeah, we're going to crack on with some stuff that's not going to hinder anything. Yeah.
So right now we're going to get ready to put the new door seal in, and we just need to cut a piece of aluminium frame, aluminium profile. I'll show you it in a second.
It comes in the kit, doesn't it?
Yeah. To just go across here. So I'm just going to take a measurement and then we'll get it marked and cut. So this is the aluminium profile for the door seals. It's 19 by 19. So get that marked. So here we have the makeshift workbench, which is just a piece of wood clamped to our roof rack. I'm just going to cut that aluminium profile. Safety first. There we go. Look at that bad boy.
Sweet.
So what I'm going to do now is just pre-drill this. I'm ready to take the self-tappers. Self-tappers obviously are self-tappers, but it's just good to give them a little bit of help.
Yeah, so this piece that Brandon's just making up now is, yeah, just to complete all your door so you can attach your door seals again.
Flake. Oh god, I could just do actually just chop the corner off that.
Amazon has arrived. We've got the package.
That feels unbelievably naff.
I knew you were going to say that. All right.
That feels like
hope it works.
That feels like it cost 20 quid.
So, new rivet guns here, fully charged batteries. We've dropped everything that we was doing with the door seals and whatnot.
Should have bought this.
Ah!
Should have bought this ages ago.
Is it working well?
Watch this. No brute force. That one went straight away. It's not quick, but it's doing the job.
Do you know what? It's working. We'll take it. We then popped on the final seal on the frame before lubing up the hinge ready to slide the roof on. So we flipped the roof over, ready to get it into position to lift it up, walk over to the landing and slide it on the hinge.
Yep.
Let's go, I'm up.
Higher. 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 Got it.
Woo!
Higher. At the front. So, pushing it across. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. There we go.
Right, give me a stop.
Come on, we got this. Woo!
God, this feels good. Right. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
Take that.
You're going to probably get inside. Right, go on then.
Ready?
Yep. Do it a little bit higher.
Okay.
There you go. Pushing. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Woo! I think we're on.
Sweet.
That's it. So the roof is now on the hinge. It's mostly aligned. So next step is getting that hinge bolted in, yeah?
Yeah, get that hinge fixed.
Yes, there's two little fixings that go in either end of the hinge that we're going to pop in.
There we go.
Sweet, so the hinge is nice and secure. Now that the roof was securely in place, it was time to get the gas struts in.
We've been living in sin so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day upright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right, now you're cooking on high heat.
We then got the roof rack back on top of the roof and all bolted down, and we checked we were happy with the way the gas struts were working. This also allowed us to get the solar panels and everything else back on the roof.
Sing your highline with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life.
So we just realised we are now on to part 2. Yeah, we're on to part 2 of the manual, which is sick. Just looking out the window. Whoa.
Really frustrating thing with the rivet gun broken yesterday, because that was delivered an hour 20 minutes ago, and we had problems with that rivet gun. I had to like keep taking it apart because it kept jamming, but that means it's taken us an hour and 20 minutes to get from putting the pop rivets on the hinge to being popped. So we would have had this done yesterday if the tool hadn't broke.
Now the roof was on, it was time to start insulating, and for this I was using the Dodo Thuma mat from Dodo Mat.
recording?
Yeah.
So we accidentally jumped ahead a little bit and fitted all the door seals again, but we need to go back and fit these lower aluminium profiles to the lower frame. This is just to stop any water ingress. These profiles are now cut and sat on the roof. So what we've got to do now is just drill all these ready for self-tappers. Give me half an hour. That small piece up along here, drilled all the holes through, and I'm just going to go along and put a small bead of CT1. Okay, so next step is we're going to get the canvas fitted. So if we look over here at our choice of parts, we want these pieces. I'll tell you what, I'll grab the short one, Chef. So we want to be fitting these strips next, and then the canvas will slide into here.
So yeah, we've just drilled all the holes in these. Then we need to get them marked up and drilled on the roof, and then we can get them installed.
So I've just clamped one of these 3 strips up, which have been pre-drilled. We're just going to drill it and mark it into the frame to help self-tappers. Now we'll go round, do them all, except for where the holes have fallen on this, this cutout in the frame. We don't want any in there, because it'll interfere with the gas strut. So we're going to work our way around, get them all done, and then we can look to fit the canvas.
So while Brandon finished off getting everything drilled and installed ready for the canvas to go in, I got to unwrapping the canvas. Now we went for this grey style, but there's so many different colours and options for you to choose.
That's inside, isn't it? I don't know if Chloe showed you this, but did you? But after we'd cut them, we've just given it a really good file catching the canvas.
Don't want to capture beautiful canvas.
So this is cut in the middle. Well, not in the middle.
At
Each
one edge.
corner.
Yeah, we've got
So you just slide that on there.
There we go. We then got to fitting the canvas. We pulled the roof down and started from the back because we thought this would be the easiest way to get it done. Yeah. Just make sure we don't capture anything. Hope we're all right. So if we take a look inside, you can see what's going on. We're all loose, hanging at the bottom. The back went up first, and then just working on getting the self-tappers in on the sides. But it's looking good.
What we're going to do is we're going to take this thin seal and run it around the inside. So basically where the canvas is going to sit up the frame, we're going to put this seal in between.
Okay. So you can see where we're putting it along, maybe there. You can see now. So yeah, just putting it along both the sides and the back, right?
Yes, both sides and back, not at the front.
Not at the front. Yeah. So the instructions also say pop a little dab of silicone or CT1 or whatever in the corner at the back here and here. So we've now got the tape, this thin one, all the way around apart from at the front. And now Brandon's just measuring up because we're going to cut the bit that it pulls this in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It secures the bottom, and it's also the frame for the bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here is the L profile for the bed base. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it to length, and then we're going to chop kind of, the bottom of the L off.
Yeah.
Where the bed finishes. So we're going to start to fit the canvas. The bed rails are all cut and ready to go. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to put a ratchet strap through the window opening, which we've left open. And we're going to pull the roof down a little bit, just so that we can then clamp all the canvas in at the correct level and evenly. So I've just put a towel under the strap at the top just to kind of protect the frame that we've painted. Should spread the load a little bit as well.
Alright.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we've got the canvas pulled down where we want it, level with the levers, level with the weather strip. Bloody hell, that's a mouthful.
That's what it's called, the weather strip.
Weather strip. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the bed rails in and start drilling and clamping everything together. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, so we're just going to get all these drilled in and then we're going to get the side pieces in as well. And we'll catch up with you in a bit. Last one in. So
it's already pretty tight.
Yeah, we are now all screwed in all the way around here, all the way around the back, and all the way around this side. So what's next?
Release the ratchet and then probably go check the instructions.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
So the next thing we need to do is we need to put the window in at the top. To do that, we need to pull the roof down, and then kind of to do that, we need to pull the canvas in. So we're going to make these bungees next. So I think all we've got, it looks like a pretty simple kit. My hands are filthy.
Yes, we've got bungee,
and then some clips.
Cool.
So that just goes on there. I think that just pushes in there. And then you just push it all together. Ooh, it says. Yeah,
Sweet.
That's it. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut it to length and then put the other end on. It's all pulled in it?
Hang on. Yeah, that's done the job nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the window, Brandon marked and measured this earlier. It was just time to get it cut and wrapped and installed. So we have cut out a little bit of perspex to say scale and size. It now fits, we've double checked that. And it's currently a clear perspex, so we don't really want another window, another peephole to kind of have to cover up. So what we're going to do is we've got some of this plain black vinyl and we're just going to put that on there, so then we've not got to worry about any peeping toms. We haven't got to worry about finding curtains for it or anything like that.
So here we have the window, we've shaped it and then we've wrapped it. Now as you can see, we've done this because of our existing door.
Ignore this.
Door seal is that bit. Our existing door seal is a little bit rough, so this way keeps it a little bit tidier and just finishes it off nicely. So that's just going to go in there and we're just going to bond it.
It was now time to get the bed frame in. Now this step is recommended to get a little bit of help, but we didn't have anybody around and we had to lift it up and slide it through the slot in the roof tent hole rather than through the back door because it simply wouldn't fit because of our cabinet. But we managed and we slid it into place.
So the bed is finally in. Here we have it. It took a lot of grunt, but we managed it with 2 people, so that completes this whole build with just the 2 of us.
And we're not very strong, are we?
No. Which I'm very, very, very happy with. So all that's left to do now is I'm going to get the piano hinge attached to the bed at the front, and then we need to look to put the bed gas struts in. So
Let's do it. Sorry, these are the hinges for the bed going in now. We've just done this one. So we just got the gas struts in. either side. Brad just putting the last clip in. Bada bing, bada boom. So the bed now, it's a bit blurry because it's a bit late on if I go wide angle, but the bed now lifts up. So we have headspace when we're not sleeping. And the best bit is your bedding can stay up there, out of the way. Yeah!
Now we're going to install these little retaining handles. So these are just basically, you get a ratchet strap and then put them around this and the one above when the roof's down to hold the roof down so it don't pop up while you're driving.
Woo! Woo! Look at this stunning bit of kit. So we are now fitting the last couple of pieces to the puzzle. So we are doing the brackets for the shower cubicle that we've got from Direct 4x4. So the brackets that we painted up, they are insane because they line up perfectly with this, which is obviously great. That's what they're designed for. So yeah, we're just getting the shower cubicle on now. We're also going to be installing on this side our 270 awning. Now we're not going to include this in this video because it needs its own video. It is the last piece of this build. It's the last piece of the puzzle and it's insane. Okay, so the pop top is now all complete and we have finished it off and furnished it to kind of what we wanted, the spec we wanted. So I thought I'd just pop out and show you kind of what's going on. Now we did record a few clips of doing all the finishing off, but this video has gone on for so long now and it's mostly about the install. So I thought we would just jump and do a little bit of a show and tell, show you it as it's kind of finished off. If you do have any questions about how we've done stuff or what we've used to finish it off, then just drop us a comment and we'll try and get back to you. Now the great thing about these pop-in roves pop tops is you can finish it off to kind of whatever spec you want. But yeah, let's show you what we've done. Downstairs, I'm just going to come in because it's quite windy. It's still the same. You can still sit down here, chill down here. You can get to the sink, get to all the cupboards, the fridge, everything like that as is. So basically this is how it sits. If the roof was down, you can still sit in here quite comfortably and work, do whatever you want, sleep. And obviously we've still got the emergency bed, so if it ever is too windy to have the pop top up, we've still got down here. So I've just popped the roof up now and it's on gas struts, so it's really easy to kind of lift up. Our storage remains up there, the lighting's still up there. So if we come in, we can fully stand up. I've got the back window open at the minute just to help with a bit of lighting on the camera. But you can fully stand up and you've got this camper space is now so much more usable. So when you want to use the sink, you can kind of stand up. We've got this worktop here where you can chop, prep, cook on. We added a couple of switches here. This is for the lighting up in the pop top, which I will show you in a little bit. And then we've just got, flip that, some additional little USB chargers here for when we are in bed. Obviously we've got all the curtains and everything back in down here. It's basically as it was. We've finished off with some carpeting all the way around just to make it more homely. And then if we pop the bed down, which just pulls down, and then it's on gas struts, so it kind of holds its own weight till the last second. So pop that down, and then this is our bed space. Okay, so the bed's now down, so let's show you. We pop a switch in here for our lighting. So we have gone for some strip lighting down both sides, which really brightens up the space and is really, really nice. We've gone for this kind of suede fabric over all our insulation, which is formed this really nice kind of roof liner to it. We've got these beautiful windows either side, and the best thing I like about these is if I just open it up, you have your fly mesh, so you can open this as well and have a fully open window like so. It's quite windy, but one of the things I like about this is because of the gas struts here, they're not blocking your window view, which is fantastic. So just pop that back up. There we go. So you've got this really nice, comfortable size bed. Obviously got the mattress in there as well. And the best thing is you can leave all your bedding up here and you've not got to make your bed every night. It simply just pushes up and then down. So when you want to put the roof down, pop your bed down, pull the roof down, and yeah, it just pushes up and down and your bed is always made, which is brilliant. Got another window there, this big window on the back as well, which is just rolled up at the moment. But it's absolutely fantastic. Now you can sleep with your head either end. We've only had a few nights away in this with the pop top, which has been game changing, but we just prefer to sleep with our heads up this end, as it's just a little better for us, a little less claustrophobic. Because I suppose if you were down this end, you have it slants down. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so it was just a quick kind of showcase of what we've done with it now that it's all kind of installed. But this pop top has been an absolute game changer for our camper build. We have so much more space. If one person wants to stay in bed and the other can get up, make coffee, go to the loo, do whatever. Doug also has so much more space down here now, which he absolutely loves. We're still getting used to it. We've only been out in the landy with the pop top a couple of times, and it's absolutely fantastic. If you've got any questions at all about the pop top, the install, the finishing off, then just drop a comment below and we'll try and get back to you. For any more information about our pop top, which is from Poppin' Rovers, then I will pop a link to his Instagram and also his website as well for you if you want to check that out. And that's about it really. Don't forget to support the channel by liking, commenting and subscribing. It really does help us out and it helps us keep creating this content for you, because so much goes into creating these videos, more than you will know. But yeah, I hope you liked this one. It was really fun to kind of do the install and also share it with you, and honestly it's game changing. Thanks so much for watching and joining us in this video. A special shout out to our amazing YouTube members. We love having you as part of the XPLORE community. If you'd like to become a YouTube XPLORE member, it's just $2.99 a month, and your support helps keep us going, creating adventures and sharing our projects more than you would ever know. As a member, you'll also get access to bonus content, behind the scenes updates and first looks at our plans. We'll also send you an exclusive XPLORE sticker as a thank you, and we can't wait to share next week's video, where we'll be installing and showcasing our freestanding 270 awning, the final piece of our camper build. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.